Good day and welcome to the session on Ansys Maxwell CAD operations by Tijo Thomas of Entable Technologies, Bangalore. So we have the Ansys Maxwell software and we have the Ansys Maxwell 2D opened over here. So let's have a look at the CAD operation possibilities available in Maxwell. So first of all, we'll be trying to draw a machine including the stator, rotor and all the slots. So first of all, let's understand two important features in Ansys Maxwell. The first one is view and grid settings. So in grid settings we have two options, Cartesian and polar. So to draw circles and we'll be using the polar option. So auto adjust will be disabled, DR will be set to 10 mm in the first case. So DR gives you the distance between two dots, and DT or D theta will give you the angle between two lines. So I am giving and the grid style also I am making in dot. I am giving OK. So just scroll your mouse to zoom in and zoom out. So I am zooming out right now. So you can see the grids right now, the grid points. So I am just centralizing that. So now I am ready to draw the circles. So I click on circle option, click on the center, and whatever I do, I'll be moving only in the X and Y direction, so that I'll be able to measure the, you can see the measurement distance over here. So I'll be moving only in the X and the Y direction so that I can accurately measure the distance. So here I have chosen 120 mm as my stator outer dia. So right click on this, edit, properties. I'll be changing the color also. I'm changing to brown. Okay, and the transparency also I'm changing so that I can see the dots beneath that. Let me keep it as 0.5. Okay. So you can see, I can see the dots very well within that. So I'm drawing the second circle. So let it be 80 mm. So that is my stator inner dia. So now I have to subtract. So select plus control and select both the circles and go for subtract. So circle 1 is my outer circle, circle 2 is my inner circle. I am subtracting that. So let me rename this also. Edit, properties, rename, this is my stator, and OK. Now I need to draw my rotor, but here in modeler snap mode I'm snapping only to the grid right now. So you can see that moment, since the gap between 2 points is 10 mm, the minimum air gap will be 10 mm at this point. So if I want to have an air gap of 3 mm, what should I do? I should change the grid settings. So I'm going back, view, grid settings, making it 1 mm. Okay, so you can see my grid has become way much more dense. Yeah, so I'm going to draw the circle over here. Click on the center again. Now I can see that 59, 50, every single mm counts now. So I'm going to give a air gap of 3 mm. So 80 is my stator inner dia. So I come down 77. So 3 mm air gap, 77. I have my rotor also. Now I need to provide my shaft. So that will be having a dia of say 20 mm. provide the shaft also. So right click on, select both these. So this I have to select on the rotor, edit, properties. So I am naming it as rotor. Color also I am changing it to green. Okay, and transparency I am changing it to 50%. Okay, so now I have my, so I am going to select both the rotor and the stator and select subtract. But since I need the stator and since I need the shaft as well, I am going to keep the circle 4 as well. So I have checked this option, clone tool, so that will not be removed, that will remain even after the operation has been completed. So now it's an OK. So I still have two different pieces. This is my rotor, this is my shaft, but these are separated, but both the portions are still remaining. So I right click on this, edit, properties. This is my shaft, color is blue, transparency is again 50%. So I have my complete machine structure ready. So now I need to create slots. So before creating slots, let me just introduce you two very important things. So now you have seen that for providing accurate dimensions, we have to play with the grid settings, view grid settings. So now I have to draw the slot dimensions. I have to draw the slot. So I'm going to change the grid settings from polar to Cartesian, and 1 mm would be my size of the grid. Again it is dot, give OK, and now I have to zoom in. Such that I'll be drawing the slot in this particular location. The reason again is I can navigate, I can measure only in the X and Y directions. So I have chosen this particular segment or this particular slot so that I can easily navigate in the X and Y directions. So while drawing a figure, there are two important things. One is dimension and the second one is position. So how do you manipulate the position? Manipulating position is accomplished through shifting your origin. So you can see here offset origin. You can shift your origin. So if you look at the original figure, you have the global origin at the center 0 0. We can create a temporary origin, or you can offset your origin temporarily to a different location and thereby create a temporary or a new coordinate system. So that is how you manipulate the location. So these please remember these two things. Manipulating the location is done through changing the origin, or selecting the location is done through changing the origin, and accurately measuring or accurately providing the dimensions is accomplished through changing the grid settings. So I am coming back to my problem. So I am going to change my offset my origin. I'm going to place my origin over here. So this is my new origin. So from here I need to draw my slot. So it's an open slot. So let me show you how do I draw the slot. Just entering it here. It's an open slot. So I take a line, start from the origin, come down a bit. Because it's an open slot, I have to cut the inner structure. So I come down a bit, come here, go inside, this is a half slot. So this is one case. So once you have the half slot, right click on this, click on the half slot, then go for the mirroring option. So this is the mirroring option, mirror duplicate, click here, and we have the mirrored option. So click on the first portion, plus control, click on the second portion and combine, unite. We have the boolean operation, so we have one single slot, complete slot we have here. Once we have the complete slot, then we need to duplicate the slots around the axis, but be careful. The moment we have to duplicate the slots around the axis, we have to go back to the coordinate system, change the coordinate system to global. Now you have seen that the coordinate system has been changed back to global. Click on the slot, right click, edit, duplicate around axis. We can provide both the angular as well as the number number. So I am giving the angular as 20, and okay. So if I zoom it out, so I am reducing the grid settings also. Now since we have completed the, you can see here all the slots have been drawn. So let me select all these slots. I can go here, press shift, selected all the slots, press control and select the stator as well. Now subtract. So I take my stator to the left hand side, all the other things will be remain on the right hand side. Give OK, and my stator is ready. So this was one option of creating the stator. So we have a lot more options over here. So what if the slot shape is different? So what if it's a much more complicated shape? So let's try to do that as well. So I am undoing this. Yeah, so I have undone everything. So what if the shape is much more complex? So I am going back to view, grid settings, and making it 1 again. 1 means 1 mm would be the spacing between each dot. So that I have given 1 mm so that I can accurately have accurate dimensions. Suppose the dimension of one side of any particular slot is maybe, for example, 6.5 mm. In that case, the moment we want to mark 6.5 mm, the grid setting should be 0.5 mm. That means whatever be the dimension that we are looking at, the grid setting should be corresponding to that. So let's try a slot which has rounded edges. So here let me draw the slot again in the usual way. So before that I need to shift, I need to change my origin. So this is my the origin, shifted origin. So from here I'm changing, I'm coming down. Yeah, so this is my slot, half slot. Suppose I need round edges over here. How do I accomplish this? uh, it's a tough job. Let's see what to do. So we need a bit of planning in that case. So what we are actually going to do is we will be actually drawing the slot, then we will be drawing the curve over here, we will be deleting the remaining portions and then connecting everything. So that will be the idea. So we need a bit of planning over there. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to start the same way. I'm going down, I'm going to the side, I'm coming up, I'm going to this side, have stopped it there. There's a reason for that. Now I'm starting it once again. It is the next piece. I've come over here, stopped it there. The next piece, start from there, stop it here. Next piece, start from here, stop it over there. Now you can see that even though I have completed the figure, since these are discrete lines, this is not automatically turned into an object. This does not turn into an object unless I select all these lines separately and add this. So unless that is happening, this will not be transformed into an object. So in this case, what I'm going to draw is I need to draw a particular arc over here. So arc over here means I need the first of all I need to since I need to draw an arc, I need 3 points, these radius and the 2 endpoints. For that to happen, what if, say, if 3 mm is the radius of the arc, I have to draw a square with a side of 3 mm. So that is the procedure. So I'm going to draw a square right now. So this is my square. Now we can see that this particular square has a side, each side of 3 mm. So to make a bigger thing, let me have a square having 5 mm. Square has a each side of 5 mm. So I am drawing that square. So now I am going to draw the arc. So this is my arc. So my arc is ready. So to see the arc, I will delete my square. I will delete this side. I will delete this side as well. Fine, I have the arc remaining. So I'll take a line right now. Click on this point, connect it with the remaining portion. Take a line again, click on this portion. I need to zoom in again. Hiding my coordinate system. So I'm taking a line again, I'm connecting this to this particular point. Right? So I have my half slot ready there. So but still it is just a collection of lines, it is not an object. The moment I need to convert it to an object, I need to select these individual lines and then do a Boolean operation to convert it to an object. So I select all these lines one by one. This is the first line. So I have a second line here, I have a third line here, a fourth one here, and a fifth one here. So everything is complete. I do a Boolean operation. So now we can see that it is one single line. Now I'll right click on this. Right. I'll select this modeler, cover lines. So now it has become an object. The reason is, unless it becomes an object, you cannot assign materials or excitation or anything. So now it's an object. Now I'll use the mirroring option. So we have the other half as well. Click on this one, click on this one, again do a Boolean operation, and we have the complete slot. So like before, I'll change the coordinate. So view coordinate system large, so I can see the coordinate system back. So I'm going to the global coordinate system. I'm clicking on this, right clicking on this, edit, duplicate, around axis. Okay. View grid settings. I'm changing it back to 10. And okay. Now we can see that we have a slot with round edges. So again I go here. So I have my stator. So this way you can draw any machine. The CAD functionality in Maxwell is very powerful. You can draw any machine in say hardly 10 minutes. You can draw the complete machine using the CAD functionality of Maxwell. So with that, signing off. Thank you.